What is up, everyone? Welcome aboard the Fantasy Fast Track today. Today we were talking about the NFC East home games in Stardom Situm segment, and let's just get right into it. So the first home game is the Commanders versus the Cardinals. The Commanders are hosting the Cardinals, and it is destined to be a blowout. The over-under line is 38 total points, and the Commanders have a negative 7-point advantage. So pretty much the Cardinals won't score any points, and that is kind of how I have everything ranked out. The only player that I am starting in this whole entire game for the Cardinals is James Conner, just because he should have a large amount of volume, and he is the only person really in the backfield. So he will get all the receptions, the very little rushes that they will have, and with Josh Dobbs being fairly new to the system, there will probably be a fair amount of dump-offs that are given to him. As far as the Washington Commanders go, you can start Sam Howell as a QB2. I wouldn't put him in a QB1 range, but if you need him in a super flex, you can definitely pick him up off waivers or whatever and start him. He has a good arm, but mostly he will have some rushing upside with that. As far as Terry McLaurin goes, he has been cleared to play, and he will be playing. You can start him as a wide receiver 2 and Jahan Dotson as a wide receiver 3. They both will get enough volume to make them fantasy viable. As far as the two running backs go, they're both about an RB3 range. But if I was in a non-PPR, I'd definitely start Brian Robinson, because he will be getting a larger amount of the workload as far as the rushing aspects goes. But if you're in a half PPR, I'd probably start Antonio Gibson over him, due to the fact that Antonio Gibson is going to be playing that J.D. McKissick role from last year, which is he will be getting a lot of receptions and making his fantasy value there. Next on the list is the Giants-Cowboys game. The Giants will be hosting the Cowboys in looks like a pretty good matchup. The over-under is 45.5 points, which means they should score a fair amount of points, and the spread shows that it will be a fairly close game. As far as the Giants go, you can start Daniel Jones in a super flex league, but I would not even approach getting him in a single quarterback league. And as far as other players go on the Giants, I'm just starting Saquon Barkley. Darren Waller appears to be injured, and he'll probably be out. Even if he was injured and they cleared him to play, I don't know if I would risk it, and I just find somebody else off the waiver wire because of the fact that it is a hamstring injury. He may be out a couple weeks, so you might want to go looking for somebody else off the waiver wire that can stick in your lineup for a little bit. The wide receiver room is just a mess, and you don't even know who to start because they have so many different wide receivers. So I'd let it play out this week and then go on next week and see who you should be starting. As far as the Cowboys go, start Dak Prescott as a QB1, Tony Pollard RB1, that's why you drafted him, CeeDee Lamb, you're starting him, and then you can put in Brandon Cooks as a wide receiver 3. He should get a fair amount of volume. I think he will be the second target on the Cowboys. Also, you could look at the tight end Ferguson. He should be used. Dak Prescott has always kind of used a tight end for close situations and just to keep moving the sticks. And if you keep Ferguson, maybe even on your bench, I don't know how often you would want to bench a tight end. I normally don't, but he may be somebody that definitely can become fantasy viable later on. Usually Dak Prescott's, he turned Dalton Schultz into a viable tight end option, so why not Ferguson? So keep that in mind. Other than that, if you got value from this, please hit that subscribe button, and You can go look on my channel and see the rest of the weekly stardom sit breakdowns for each division. Take care.